Milo says, "Hi YouTube, you enjoy your walk with Mommy. I'm going to stay behind. It's just going to be easier for her. So it's okay. You enjoy your time with her, and I will see you next time." Hi friends. Well, I was hoping we'd be able to talk while I'm here looking at the lake, but I didn't realize at this time of the day there's a lot of traffic over on that road. Well, I'll give it a try. Hopefully everything will come out, my voice will come out. But I wanted to talk about my tears that came out at Easter time. And for anybody who might be new, part of that was about they didn't record my birth when I was born. They meaning, I don't know. I'm assuming the hospital. But all I know is I didn't find out until 2014 when I went to renew my license after they changed the law that you have to show proof of your birth from a, county records office with the seal on it that they didn't have me. I never had that my whole life. All I had was the certificate that you get when you're at the hospital. And that got me through my whole life. It really did. It even got me back and forth to Mexico many times, and as a child, and even when I was with my ex-husband, we went to Mexico a lot. We were part of a church, and we worked with an orphanage down there and a church down there. So about a year and a half, him and I went down there because we were head of a Mexico outreach program through our church. So that was in my 30. I was about 30 when all that was happening, and that got me back and forth. And with that certificate from the hospital and my license, no problem getting back and forth from Mexico. Well, today you need to either have a passport or, yes, I realize you can have an enhanced driver's license. But I do carry a Hispanic last name because of my ex-husband, and I kept that Hispanic last name for the reasons that I mentioned in that video. And so it's too late to change my name back. I got too much going on right now that will complicate matters that is going on because of that personal matter. There's just no way I can start to put my name back to my maiden name at this point in the game. So I figure it's easier to go back and forth to Mexico if I wanted to, maybe to get medications, because everybody else does who are retired, because you can save money doing it that way too, and many reasons. It would be easier with a passport because I am still carrying a Hispanic last name. I do not trust going across with an enhanced driver's license. That is just me, okay? I have to go with my comfort level. So I still have one last hope, and that is to work with a census. I'm going to be on that. They're going to expedite it for me because I have 90 days to try to give them what they want. With the agency, that does your passports, to come up with something else that shows proof of my birth here or growing up here as a child. So a census is the last thing that I can come up with because I haven't been in school since, a long time. So they don't have my records. I've already been through this route when I had to create my delayed registration of birth. The one thing that I was able to create that delayed registration of birth was using my Social Security, which is what they call a pneumodent. So I contacted the Social Security. I was able to produce that. But that's not as far back that the people that deal with the passport are accepting. They don't feel that goes back far enough that they're happy with, and I also had 2 affidavits. So the proof that I used to get my delayed registration of birth, they are not happy with. So they want me to come up with one more proof of something that shows my birth here or growing up here as, earlier years of my years. So last hope is a census. If not, I'm still working on a few other options to basically get more meds if I need to outside of my home state. The reason why is, and keep this in prayer, that I will be seeing, and I hope I'm looking, I gotta get used to not looking at me and looking over here now. Gotta work on my eyes. I see a doctor on May 14th, so my new doctor. So what almost happened is they assigned me to a new doctor in the county that I'm more or less in, but they did assign me 2 counties that I could go to because they're really close together, so that's the good news. But that doctor was not seeing new patients for 90 days. What is wrong with our country? So 90 days I could not get in to see this doctor, or I'm put on a waiting list. And I said, I don't have 90 days. I don't want to wait 90 days. So the good news is that I was able to go to any doctor in those 2 counties. So I was able to go to another city over and see a doctor inside of this network that I'm a part of. So they were able to fix that for me, give me another doctor, that would be fine, and she can see me May 14th. Now, what could happen is she could decide to only give me 30 days medication. I could come back in June and get another one, but I'm hoping to talk to her about my situation. I want to change my domicile and just explain my situation. And there's no way I can come back after June until maybe September, October, when it cools down, because I have Milo, and there's no way I'm leaving him in a vehicle, and she's going to have to need to know that I'm full-time and I live in a vehicle. So, but my plans is to change my domicile and eventually get something more permanent. And I think I shared little tips on Kent in my plans, So I'll go into all that with her, so keep all that in prayer, and that she will give me adequate meds to get me by a little longer. And I could come back around September, October, take care of what I need at that time and to get me by a little longer, and come back maybe next spring. So I don't know, I'm taking all this day by day. That is one of the reasons why I didn't want to deal with all this frustration, because sometimes you could be dealing with 30 days, no more than 90 days. Prescription is usually what they'll do before you have to see the doctor again. That is part of the frustration. Now, my insurance only will give me 30 days at one time, so I'm also always up against that. They don't do 90 days. It's only 30 days. And then you could get your next renewal for 30 days and your next. And that also depends on the amount that the doctor gives you, up to so many refills, right? So, anyways, that's why I need a lot of this into prayer, that all of this part gets worked out for my medications, so that I can get back with Kent, and we have plans to, prepare for our future and future plans. And it isn't for always traveling full time, as I mentioned. So we are hoping to pinpoint some areas and look for some land. That is what we'd really like to do, and live off grid. So that is part of our long-term goal, okay? So I don't want to make this too long, but that's kind of what's going on, and I really appreciate prayers. And then I see something with that personal matter, another personal matter that's coming up this Saturday. So I meet with somebody there, and that appointment is very, very critical, important, that works in my favor. And then after that, in about 1 more week, I have to leave this RV park, but I'm going to be scouting out starting tomorrow some other areas that I did come up with something that's fairly close, or about maybe 40 minutes outside in another county near the city that they're sending me for this doctor. So it's kind of confusing, I know, but there's all these counties close together. I can go to the 2 counties to see doctors, and then there's a 3rd county that's really close together that I'll be going out that direction to probably stay when I come back into this area. So I will be leaving this area to take care of Milo so he can see the vet that I used to go to in my old hometown, and that is on the 7th, and I'll be staying out there for a week. So lots of cool things happening, lots of different places I'll be going to, so I'll be able to show you. I won't be giving names of where I'm going, just because I'm going to be coming back and forth into this area, and I just want to again protect my safety. So, but I'll show glimpses of new area, new lakes, new things that I'll be popping in and out of. Some have lakes, some don't, but yeah. So anyways, that's what's going on. So I'm going to be scouting around a little bit more tomorrow. I have 2 main places that I'll be going to, and then maybe a 3rd one or a 4th one, but I'm going to go check them out first and then keep you posted, okay? Because I have 1 week countdown that I have to be out of this RV park. But I just want to say thank you all for everybody's love and support and your comments. I know I haven't had a chance to get back to the comments, but I'm scrambling still, and this will be the only video I will release because of this appointment I have to go to on Saturday. And that's going to be tying me up, coming up here and preparing for that the next couple of days. All right, so, and once I get through that Saturday thing, just chalk one thing off my list and be working on the next things down on my list. But it'll come together. I'm more calm now. God has definitely given me the strength I need, and taking things one day at a time. And it could just be frustrating, because I am a child of a veteran. My dad served in World War II, and he's born here, my mom was born here, I am born here, and someone didn't do their job right. And that's where that forgiveness needs to come in, because sometimes I get so frustrated and upset about it. And then I have to come back and say, okay, I need this forgiveness, because even though it has caused me so much heartache, I have to forgive the situation, forgive the person that did this. I know they probably didn't do it intentionally, but it's just frustrating. And I just, sometimes it does get to me when I come up against a new hurdle about it, because I thought it was all behind me, and apparently it's not. So, but if I can get a passport, it'll also make that situation so much easier, because I do have a delayed registration of birth, and it happened so late in my age. When I created it, I won it last year, February. So they look at that as a red flag. So, yeah. Anyways, and I hope if I change domiciles, keep that in prayer. Like if I go to Nevada, they don't look at that in Nevada when I go to get my license and go, what's this? We don't accept that, Oh my gosh, let's hope not. Because I had to pay $1,500 to hire a lawyer to win my driver's license here in Oregon. Crazy, right? All right, so that's it in a nutshell. Yeah, lots of stuff that happened over that issue, and now maybe you'll understand why I cried, why my frustration. All right, but I'm better, right? And I love you all, and I really thank you so much for your support, your love, and your comments. And I will get to them soon, I promise. Okay, I'll see you all in the next video.